right, welcome back to another episode of the Prolific Hangout with yours truly, MV Pro. And I'm gonna be talking about an episode of Black Mirror that I liked. Now, I'm gonna be doing series breaking down episodes of Black Mirror that I like that relates to real life situations. Okay? So I'm gonna attach a spoiler alert to this right here, right now. So if you haven't seen an episode on Black Mirror called White Christmas, you may not want to watch this unless you want to be spoiled with, the beginning, the end, because I'm gonna break it down and run through this and tell you why I liked it and what happened and how it relates to real life situations. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna jump right into it. So right off the bat, the episode starts off with a random guy waking up in a remote cabin. It's Christmas. And another guy is in the cabin with him who's a dating coach. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to let y'all know that they're both in this cabin because of their punishment for the crimes they committed on the outside. And they've been there for 5 years. 5 whole years, and the dating coach guy, he seems like he's in a good mood. The random guy that woke up, he seemed like he just stressed out, like he's out of it. And he really don't want to talk or anything. He's kind of confused and dazed out. So the dating coach is trying to get in his head. He's trying to talk to him and figure out, why don't you talk? We've been here for 5 years. You only said a couple of words to me. So he pulls out a bottle of liquor. And, he gets to talking to him. And he try to break the ice with him. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to tell you what I did to get here. Now, the dating coach, he's obviously a dating coach. So he breaks it down for the random guy. He starts going through how he ended up there. So the dating coach, he was running like an underground app where he basically helped geeks get dates, and he got them through while they on a date, or if they meeting a girl at a party or a local bar. In this particular story, he's actually helping out a geek. He's telling them what to wear. And he's going to a random Christmas party. Now, they got an app called iLink. Not like the letter I, but actually EYE, like your two eyes. Now, through this iLink app, the dating guru, the dating coach, he could see everything on a live stream that the person with the digital contacts is seeing. So these guys who need help dating, they got the digital contacts and they signed up with iLink. And this digital age that they're living in, it's a whole digital era to where other live streamers could watch, and they could watch what this guy is seeing, all his experiences trying to pick women up. And that goes for everybody who signed up on the app. They could look and they could see your experience, and the same thing goes for you. People could pay extra money to the dating coach to sign up to watch the experience. So the dating coach, he was making a lot of money off of this. And that wasn't even his real job. That's the kicker. It wasn't even his real job. He was doing that on the side just for fun, helping geeks get women. So now, this guy who's the geek, he goes to this random Christmas party, office party for people who works at an office. And the dating coach, he always had a philosophy to where if you just crash a party like that, you guaranteed to bag somebody. So it was so many attractive women there. This geek, he had his work cut out for him that night. So this eye link and these digital contacts don't got no microphone that's even visible, not that I seen. But you don't see no camera, but you could see everything, and the dating coach could see from his computer everything you're seeing. And also the live streamers too. So the dating coach tells the geek like, hey, act like you fit in. Act like you belong there. You know, go and talk to some people, mingle. So he starts to do that. And he zeroed his attention on a blonde girl and a brunette. And they're together. Now, me personally, either way you went, you wouldn't have lost. I think the brunette looked it better than the blonde. Well, she was more my type. But there was nothing wrong with the blonde. But the dating coach, he told the geek to he told him to focus on a blonde girl if he want the brunette. You know, some reverse psychology trick. And that's what he did. But the brunette didn't really care about being ignored. So what she did was, you know, she was looking off to the side. She really wasn't phased. And then she's looking at him. But she wasn't showing no type of emotion. You know? So the guy, he's talking to the blonde girl. And the blonde girl is actually feeling him. And she starts talking to him. And, you know, she's giving him playback. Now the brunette, she ends up walking off. So he like, oh, I gotta go find her. So he goes and he tries to find the brunette. He told the blonde girl like, wait right here. I'll be right back. So after that, the blonde girl is like, whatever. Now he finds the brunette sitting by herself, but he noticed that nobody is talking to her. Nobody is talking to the brunette chick because she looks like kind of intimidating, like she looks like she's always in defense mode. And on top of that, she just got it's an awkwardness about her. She looked like she don't want to be bothered. So the guy starts talking to her, the geek talks to her, and the dating coach is guiding him through the conversation. So now the brunette, she starts to open up. And she slowly starts to open up and tell him like, look, I don't really like these Christmas parties. I've been working at this office job for like 3 years, and I want this to basically be my last year. And I'm done. That's what she's telling him. So he tries to give her advice, and he starts talking to her and telling her, like, you know, he just brings up an analogy. Like, you know, even with me, sometimes voices are in my head and they tell me to do it or don't do it. But he's not saying it like on a crazy tip, like split personalities. He's just talking like a normal person. But the way she took it, as soon as he brought up voices in his head, he was speaking her language. So now her eyes open up and she's like, oh wow, you go through that too? Come to find out, she actually was taking pills a year prior to that. And those pills she was taking was psych medication. So now you know she's really officially schizo. And me, I know people personally like that hear voices. You know, they gotta take medicine for it. And they got short attention spans. Also, when they hear these voices, it detaches them from the real reality going on around them. So it's hard for them to fit into society. And right off the bat, the dating coach, he knew she was an outsider. And that's what he brought up to the geek. But they didn't know it was, this crazy. So she goes to the bathroom. Now the geek, when she goes to the bathroom, the geek is talking to the dating coach. Like I said, there's no microphone, no cameras or anything.